Hello, dear friends. Welcome to today's reading. We will be doing a love reading about your situation. So we'll see what the cards say about your situation, your love situation. First, we will use the Radiant Rider-Waite Tarot deck. And see what the cards tell us. So let's see the bottom of the deck. We have Seven of Wands. There's someone protecting themselves. They have a row of wands in front of them and they're holding another one as if to protect themselves. So probably your person is currently in a protective mode. And we have another Seven of Cups, which signifies many options. You see many options and there are clouds. It's like they're dreaming. So they're in a protective stance, but they're dreaming about possibilities. And then there's strength. This represents the strength of their feelings. As you see, this woman is holding a lion, and she's gentle with him, and she and the lion is tamed by her gentleness. This signifies probably your love for him and his love for you. And there's a sign, you see the infinity sign, which is talking about the infinite love, this gentle love that tames one ego. And there's a hermit, so he's probably in a contemplative mode, probably pausing to be enlightened, to realize something. And there's also some tenderness, tender feelings of love. So it's an interesting energy surrounding this reading. Okay, now let's pull 4 cards to see what is the situation here. So the first card is the Six of Wands. This represents his wishing to be recognized by you and wanting to be seen as someone successful. Maybe he also wants to be seen as successful in his life, but maybe he also wants to be seen as successful by you. That's what he's craving. Is it as this person coming from war and being celebrated? And then there's Magician. So he has the power to make his dreams come true. And again, the sign of infinity. You can see here. I'm representing the infinite love. And then we have a King of Pentacles. This is a king, an established, secure king who is maybe a bit materially inclined, but protective, secure, slow. Earth King, material king. So yeah, he wants to be celebrated. He maybe wants to make something happen with you, but he has this earthy, legacy-like energy, which is also supported by this Ten of Pentacles, which means the culmination of material success and standing and tradition. So yeah, maybe it also talks about, when I see these 4 cards, about him wanting to be celebrated for creating this legacy, for being the king. He wants to succeed in life materially. And maybe that's his first priority, not the love. Now let's see, we will clarify these 4 cards with another 4 cards from the Light Seers Tarot to see. First card flew out. 7 of Pentacles. Again, the energy of, you see, he's waiting for these pentacles to grow. So probably signifying your person wanting to plant and create from that material security and abundance. And the energy here is Page of Pentacles. Again, person holding the pentacle and being rooted in a tree stump. And then we have the Hermit again, which we had before. Again, being alone, pausing and reflecting on something. 5 of Cups, this is sadness. So he is probably focused on the material, but sad about reflecting on things and sad about, well, probably the end or transformation of your relationship. There must have been an ending, which is why he is sad and also in a reflective state. But he is holding on to his material stability. See, the person is like as if being stable, even if on one leg, but keeping stable, keeping stability. And now we have 2 of Pentacles, which is this like juggling of 2 parts, and again signifying the trying to juggle two different worlds, material world and the emotional world. And let's see, so what are the oh, we have again, so 6 of Wands is clarified by the Page of Pentacles. So definitely wanting to be celebrated for the material stability. And then we have the Magician and the Devil. Yeah, creating the, maybe he feels unworthy, or he has a problem about being able to create this material abundance. And this also signifies a sort of you know, the devil-like energy of the material world, which beckons. And yeah, maybe making him feel, maybe he feels that by creating this abundance, he will make up for this feeling of lack that he has, lack of worthiness. And then we have the Empress, clarifying the King of Pentacles. Yeah, this is creation. The Empress represents creation, fertility. So maybe he is trying to create something. And I think still there is this, you see here, it's the earth. Again, this earthy energy of creating something material, abundance. And we have the Ace of Cups clarifying the Ten of Pentacles. So maybe here there is a little contrast, because the Ace of Pentacles signifies a new beginning, a new outpouring of love. And this is a contrast to this traditional, because the 10 is the final card and the Ace is the first card. So this is a new beginning. And this is the established, the 10, the established material situation. So this Ace of Cups feels a bit tender and, well, emotional as compared to this, the Ten of Pentacles, earthy material energy. So there is a lot of pentacles and earth energy here, but there is also an emotional opening. It seems as though he was focused on creating something material, but then there was an emotional moment which probably or maybe surprised him, because he was dedicated to this material abundance. Now let's clarify this further with the Wild Unknown Pocket Tarot deck to see what energy is here. Let's just see what is the energy here. And here we have, well, again, the Ten of Pentacles. So, yeah, material abundance. Ace of Wands, this is a passionate new beginning. So, yeah, it's again, see the Ten of Pentacles and then the Ace, as though reaching a certain stability, and then there is new beginning, a new passionate beginning, whereas here is there's new emotional beginning. And probably this signifies both that he maybe fell in love with someone, but also was passionate about this new person. Or maybe there is a new project that he loves and is passionate about. And here we have Four of Pentacles, which represents stability. Again, material stability. You see 4 Pentacles. And also maybe holding on to this material stability. But then we have the Son of Cups, which is the Knight of Cups, which is someone who wants to express their love, heartfelt feelings. So let's clarify the Six of Wands, wanting to be recognized, and the Page of Pentacles, wanting to be recognized for material stability. And here we have Four of Swords. And this represents a pause, a calmness, and yeah, probably it looks as if he reached some sort of calmness in his material stability. Now let's clarify the Devil and the Magician, and we get again the Ten of Pentacles. It's so interesting. So again, we can see that he probably wanted to create this perfect stability, material stability, in order to make up for his feeling of maybe being not worthy. And let's clarify the Empress. It's the Strength. We had the Strength before, didn't we? Yes, here he is the king. There is material stability, and then there is this Empress who enters, and her strength and gentleness tames his ego and probably makes him see a new dimension of well, not just the material world, but also this someone who is creative, someone who is, you know, loving, and someone who brings him special strength and love. And this love is the strength. Her love represents the strength. So he was probably strengthened by her love. And now let's see. Oh, yikes. So here we have another 10 of swords. And the 10 of swords represents the painful ending. So probably there was this love, strong love, an outpouring of love, but against this material stability, it had no chance and it had to end. And this is a telling spread. Maybe, you know, about him creating the material stability, and then someone came along, someone who didn't belong to this stability, but who had this emotional element that gave him strength and love, but due to the circumstances which favored the material stability, he had to probably end the feelings. Now let's see, we have here the romance and love deck, and one card flew out. Let's see what the card says, just to gain, oh, closure. Not all connections are meant to be, accept closure. So this card says you need to accept closure. It's, again, this ending. So probably this connection had to end, and you had to accept the closure. Now let's see, relax. We have another card. Find joy in the simple pleasure of just being together. Yeah. So here we have a card of relaxing, which is interesting because it says find joy in the simple pleasures of being together, but here there's closure. So maybe after the closure, there will be a new closeness where you can just relax into it and find joy just being together. This is interesting. And then we have secrets. Something is hidden from you. Someone isn't being truthful. So, yeah, maybe the relationship ended, or maybe just transformed, ended, and then a new closeness began. But there are secrets. He hasn't spoken about his true feelings, maybe, or they're still hidden, maybe even from him. Because this Ace of Cups signifies something just beginning, and yeah, but still there is, even though there's closure, here it says relax, and there are secrets. So maybe we'll see what the cards say further. We have Mystic Forest Oracle cards, and the card says, no problem. You are not meant to struggle and fight your way through. Drop the concerns of your ego and watch imaginary walls crumble away. You've already won. So here, maybe you feel like there is sad that there was closure, but this card suggests that it looks like closure, and it looks like a problem, but it's not. So let's see the next card. Raise the bar. When you set higher standards for the people and situations in your life, you create space for new levels of joy and abundance. Rise above old patterns. So here it says to, maybe it wants, the cards want to tell you that the closure was not something negative, and that maybe this next chapter will help you see from this experience how to raise your standards, how to believe that something better is possible and real for you. And the final card is Starlight. Don't slow down manifestations through hesitation or worry. Keep the faith and create light in the dark. The path of the stars is made by the same energy. So even though there's darkness, you see her darkness, it's sort of similar to the hermit energy, because there's darkness and then there's light. And even though there's hesitation and worry, this card's telling you to keep the faith, create light in the dark. There is a possibility from all of this for you to create something light, something new. Now let's see what is the message for you here. We have the cards with the messages for you to see how you can deal with this situation, because it looks like there was something painful, something ending, something closure. But it says relax, there's no problem. Just raise the bar and try to manifest, try to create new beautiful things out of this painful chapter. So let's see what this card says. Walk away from unhealthy and toxic relationship when you know that they do not positively serve your highest good. Where this is such an interesting message. So it says you need to walk away. There is closure. There, something has finished. There was love, but it ended. And the card says you need to accept this. And it wasn't for your highest good. There surely was a message from this relationship that you probably will realize a lesson. But yeah, and here it says celebrate your progress, no matter how small. Each step forward is a victory on the journey towards your goals. So maybe now it's difficult, but here it says to relax, to raise your standards, and to celebrate your progress. Even small steps, they're leading you towards victory. And then it says your thoughts are the architects of your destiny. Your energy is the key. So basically it says you have the power to define this relationship, what it meant to you. Maybe you need to learn the lesson from it, and you need to accept that the doors have closed and that it wasn't for your highest good, because if it were, it would be easy, it would come to you. But unfortunately it didn't, and it's okay. You can relax. You can relax and you can just make small progress. Go on in small ways every day. And eventually when you focus on something positive, and it mentioned some manifestation earlier. Maybe you can manifest a new life for yourself, something completely new out of all this, and the suffering has taught you something, and you will be able to create something new from it. So let's just pull from clarifying life situations, the 3 further cards, and then we will conclude this reading. So this is the card Duality Dance. Seek balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. Yeah. When we fall in love with someone, we maybe get out of balance. And here it says to find your balance again and harmony within yourself. And then the Spirit Link. Stay aligned with your highest dreams and ideals to find success. So this encourages you to go back to your dreams, to find a dream and to follow it. Something that is dear to your heart, something that will make you happy. And the last card says New Heights. Let your connection with spirit ground you as you reach for the sky. So this card suggests that you need to turn to the higher levels of our worldly reality to connect with the spirit, and they will take you to new heights. And sometimes the saddest relationships are meant to inspire us, and it's not the result we would wish for. We would wish for the love that we feel for someone to be returned, reciprocated, and for us to live happily ever after. But if we don't, if this is not so, there is sadness. There needs to be closure. But there is after every ending, there is a new beginning waiting. And even after great loss, there is actually usually a lesson, a spiritual lesson in these difficult relationships. And I know this can sound so painful, because what is a spiritual lesson compared to realizing true love? But if it didn't pan out, if it didn't turn out happily, then it wasn't for your highest good, and it was meant as a lesson so that you can go towards the true connection, the true love. And in between, you can find yourself, you can get in touch with yourself, find your harmony, find your peace, and reach for new heights. And I guess this is the lesson that love sometimes teaches us, how to reach new heights in ourselves. So thank you for watching, and I send you my heartfelt wishes, because it seems this spread seemed a bit painful, but there are spiritual lessons here that we all have to learn, and that when we learn them, we become people that we maybe only dreamed about that we could be, reaching new heights and manifesting new possibilities. So thank you for watching. and take care of yourselves. And we'll see you tomorrow. Bye.